Are you wondering what Wednesday's game update was? It was an emergency patch to fix some issues with Tuesday's game update. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. So the Sims Direct tweeted, "We're currently in the process of rolling out an e-patch that resolves the missing social interaction pie menu and continuous flashing animation of the new cart button." And it links to the patch notes over on ea.com. And they had tweeted earlier in the day that they were looking at it, actively working towards a fix for the missing social interaction pie menu. There was a workaround. It had to do with lowering your Sim's singing skill below 5, and then it would get the menus to appear. They also had commented about the flashing cart and that was going to be resolved. Here are the patch notes. They usually have them in a couple different places. This is the version over on EA Answer headquarters. And it says, today's release is a rapid response to 2 emergent issues discovered in the most recent update. In the interest of expediting these fixes, this is currently live on PC, Mac, and Xbox, with the update rolling out to players on PlayStation as soon as possible. And follow the Sims Direct. It is also on their Discord that these updates are coming out. So when the Sims Direct had the tweet, it also was shared over on the Discord. So the bug fixes were it addressed an issue where Sims that had achieved certain skill levels and had unlocked or crafted specific recipes or had written music were then unable to select interactions on themselves or other Sims, i.e. the social menus, and on certain objects. And there were 2 other bug reports that I hadn't covered in my video yesterday, and so they are actually fixed now because I didn't know about them. So they also fixed the cart button to correct an issue that was causing it to animate for longer and more frequently than intended. So it didn't remove the cart button, it just stopped the flashing, which is good. But I know that a lot of people don't like the cart button. I think I even saw a petition to try and remove the cart button, and I generally don't find petitions work very well, but occasionally they do. So if you see that and you don't like it, I'd say go ahead, sign the petition. So here was the first bug that I didn't mention yesterday, but that was fixed, and it was that they couldn't interact with the mailbox, and you could see that the one Sim could and the other Sim couldn't. And then here is the other one where they were resetting dropping actions missing pie menus when playing an instrument. Now, what I found interesting is that the last exception that was shown here in some of the threads, it referred to crafting instruments or something to do with instruments, as did the previous one about being able to select a mailbox. And the social menu one had to do with the singing skill, which granted is a city living skill, but it made me wonder, was this something where they were laying the groundwork for something to come? Nothing to do with any of the bug fixes yesterday, but something to lay something coming, and perhaps we're getting a pack that's related to bands? That would be kind of fun. But anyways, that's very speculative, but let me know what you think about that speculation based on these bugs that all seem to be around musical skills from what I could gather. So I'm going to move along now to talk about mods. So if you don't use mods, then this might not be as interesting to you. First off, today's update did not disable mods, so it shouldn't impact any mods that have been fixed already from Tuesday's update. Of course, Tuesday's update broke a lot of mods, but this one is a new mod from Simatically, where they made a mod that removes a new purchase button. And the link is to his Patreon, just available to everybody. It's on an early access thing. However, it is a standalone mod. It's not compatible with Better Build by Twisted Mexi, and it's not compatible with other mods that modify the game tray GFX. So you have to watch out whether that's going to work for you, but it's an option if you don't use those mods. Speaking of Better Build by, it hasn't been updated yet, at least when I'm recording this, but I had seen this tweet by Twisted Mexi yesterday where they said once Better Build By is updated, it'll likely include a removal for the cart button. So hopefully for those of you who use Better Build By, you'll be able to get rid of it that way. Twisted Mexi has released a Better Exceptions update, and the Mod Guard tool has been updated. So those 2 have been updated today. So if you use those, and I would suggest if you use mods that you use the Mod Guard tool, you should go head over to their site and get them. Now, speaking of just mods in general, this is more going back to Tuesday's update. I had seen this tweet by Sacrificial, which commented that something to do with the tuning seems to take into the pack number into account, and it didn't before. So some modders thought that their mods were fine, and they released the clear on them yesterday, i.e. on the day Tuesday that the mods came out. But then today they were like, oh, or later on after I did my video, they realized this has impacted a lot of modders, and so they had to update their mods to account for this change to the game. So Bandicam was one that had said that they were cleared or had cleared most of them. Those, I think, for the most part, have been reissued today and actually cleared. And Little Miss Sam was another one who had updated some, but then said the rest were cleared. But now she has to go through her mods, and she's done a batch update or a batch release of a whole bunch, but more will be coming. So if you go head over to her site, it lists all the ones that she's already updated, but I expect that most of them will need to be updated, and she has a lot, so it's going to take a little bit of time. And I did see, completely unrelated to this, I saw that the 18 plus Wicked Whims and also Wonderful Whims have been updated. And if you are an MCCC user, it was cleared for today's update. And last I heard, the hotfix version that was released yesterday wasn't on CurseForge, but you can get it from Deadpool's site and from his Patreon if you want to get it there. I'm not sure how that works if you're a CurseForge user who lets them update automatically. I don't use CurseForge, so if you do know, let me know in a comment down below. But that's actually going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!